Welcome to the fourth and last tutorial on market system. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about the elasticity. First of all, we are going to discuss about the definition of elasticity. Elasticity indicates the responsiveness due to the change in the price. The elasticity indicates the responsiveness in the quantity demanded or supplied based on the changes in the price, changes in the income, or changes in the other factors. Due to the change in price, what would be the response in the demand? What would be the response in the supply? That kind of responsiveness is known as elasticity. If there is a change in income, what would be the response in the demand? What would be the response in the supply? So that kind of responsiveness is known as elasticity. As for example, now we are going to discuss about the price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand indicates the responsiveness of the quantity demanded as to the change in the price. The formula to calculate the price elasticity of demand is percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in the price. So there are three types of price elasticity of demand: elastic demand, inelastic demand, and unit elastic demand. Elastic demand indicates that responsiveness is greater than 1 whenever there is a huge change in the demand due to a change in the price. In that case, this is called more responsive or very responsive product or service. As for example, luxury goods or products or service that have substitutes. This kind of product are known as elastic demand, and whenever there is a change in the price, there will be a huge change in the demand of this kind of elastic product. On the other hand, inelastic demand indicates that the elasticity is less than 1. So this kind of inelastic demand arises whenever there is a low change in the demand due to the change in price. That means in case of inelastic product, there is a low response. As for example, the product which are very essential, if there is a change in the price, there will be low change in the demand. In that case, that kind of low change in the demand is known as inelastic demand. The elasticity is less than 1. Lastly, you can see unit elastic demand indicates that the price elasticity demand is equal to 1, where the demand changes proportionately to the price change. The change in price will create proportional impact on the change in demand. That kind of proportional change is known as unit elastic demand, where the price elasticity demand is equal to 1. As a business graduate, why should you learn this price elasticity of demand? Because if there is a elastic goods or service, in that case, simple change in the price will have a huge response in the demand. As for example, if you increase the price, there will be a significant drop in the demand. In such scenario, as a business organization, if you decrease the price, there will be a huge amount of demand that will create huge revenue. But the opposite can also happen. That's why as a decision maker, you have to be cautious whenever you are changing the prices of the elastic goods. As for example, here you can see the soft drink can be considered as the elastic product. If you increase the price of your soft drink, most of the customers may change the product. They will purchase the product of the competitor. That means in case of elastic product, due to change in price, there will be a huge response in the demand. That's why you should be careful whenever you are changing the price of the product in case of elastic products. On the other hand, in case of inelastic products, if there is a increased price, there will be a slight drop in the quantity. As a business organization, you will get increased revenue. On the other hand, in case of inelastic goods, if you decrease the price, there will be a slight increase in quantity of demand. As a result, there will be a decreased revenue. That's why in case of inelastic goods, you can increase the price without losing the revenue, because due to the increase in the price, there will be a slight drop in the quantity demanded. As for example, the price of petrol is a inelastic product. If you change the price of the petrol, there will be a slight drop in the demand. In the previous slide, we have learned about the price elasticity of demand. Now we are going to discuss about the other types of elasticities. As for example, income elasticity of demand, cross price elasticity of demand. The income elasticity of demand indicates the responsiveness in the quantity demanded due to the change in the income. As for example, in case of normal goods, if there is a increase in income, there will be a increased demand. On the other hand, in case of inferior products, if there is a increase in income, there will be a decreased demand. So you can calculate the income elasticity of demand by percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in the income. Now we will learn about the cross price elasticity of demand. Cross price means the prices of the substitute product or complementary product. The responsiveness in the quantity demanded due to the changes in the price of substitute product or complementary product. And this is the formula: cross price elasticity of demand dividing the percentage change in the quantity demanded in the alternative or substitute product divided by the percentage change in the price of the substitute or complementary products. As for example, whenever you are drinking coffee, the tea could be the alternative or substitute product. In that case, if there is a increase in coffee price, there will be a high demand of tea. That means there is a positive relationships in the substitute product. There will be a positive response due to the change in the coffee price. There will be a change in the demand of tea. On the other hand, there is a negative response due to the complementary product. As for example, the car and the petrol, they are complementary products. If there is a increase in car price, there will be a decrease in the petrol demand. As a decision maker in the business, you have to think about the price elasticity, income elasticity, as well as the cross price elasticity due to the substitute product as well as complementary product. Now we are going to discuss about the price elasticity of supply. This price elasticity of supply indicates the responsiveness of the quantity supplied due to the changes in price. In case of elastic supply, I mean whenever the supply is more than the price changes. In such scenario, I mean in case of elastic supply, the producers can easily increase the output due to the change in price. On the other hand, in case of inelastic supply, the supplier or the producer face difficulties to increase the output due to the change in price. So as a supplier, you have to know which one is elastic supply and which one is inelastic supply. So in this chapter, I mean the chapter of market system, we have learned about supply, demand, equilibrium, elasticity. As a business graduate, we have to know it because they have impact on the market forces. I mean, demand, supply, elasticity, equilibrium have impact on the market system. Based on the demand, supply, equilibrium, and elasticity, you have to decide on allocating your resources. You have to consider the inflation or deflationary pressure. There will be impact on the employment, as well as you will get impact on the innovation and technological change, as well as the investment patterns will change because you have to be responsive based on the market factors. As well as you can see, the trade balance also depend on the market system. The government revenue expenditure also depend on the market system, and there will be a positive or negative social impact due to the market system. That's why understanding the market system is very important for the business graduate. Whenever you are determining the business strategy, you have to focus on the market trends. You have to understand the pricing and production. You have to identify the competitive threats and opportunities. You have to know how to adapt to the broader economic shifts. Ultimately, you have to understand the consumer behavior and market dynamics to cope up with the demand, supply, price, and income. Thank you.